Floridians know the cost of hurricane destruction. Last season, we got lucky. But luck doesn't protect your home. Fortunately, Storm Smart has dependable custom hurricane protection products. Hurricane screens, accordion shutters, aluminum roll-down shutters, flood mitigation systems. Because protected beats lucky every time. Be safe, be smart, be Storm Smart.
Streaming from the Tampa Bay 28 Weather Center in Studio A, this is Denis Phillips Live. Brought to you by Storm Smart. Protect every opening of your home.
And we are up. We are live. Hello, everyone. Denis Phillips Live. It's meteorologist Allie Blake. We are now on streaming. We're on social media. We're on Facebook. We're on TikTok. Hello, Florida. Hello, beyond. I know so many of my people follow me from wherever I go, North Carolina. It's good to hear from you. Good to see from you. I know you probably weren't expecting me to be in here tonight. Well, Denis's son, for those who are here, Denis's son is winning an award at school. So I told Denis, don't worry. I got it for you. I'm here to babysit my kids. Back again at Denis Phillips Live tonight. And today was a crazy day. You know, when you get back from days off like I did, I got back from my PTO feeling rested and refreshed, but I still was feeling a little tired today. And I said, today, I hope will be nice and easy and calm. And oh, did Mother Nature say, good try, Allie. That was not going to happen because it was crazy out there in terms of showers and storms. We even had a tornado warning from, I think it started either at 1:30, 1:45, all the way till 3 p.m. And I have to give a big and special shout out to Greg D for coming in today and tag teaming it with me. You know, I can do storm coverage, but it's always better to have somebody else with you. He was at a school visit, a long day. Everyone go thank Greg, give him a big pat on the back because you just can't thank him enough for always helping out. At least I can never thank him enough for helping me out. It's always good to have someone that can help you whenever you need it and whatnot. And we continue to see at least things that look to be pretty good. Now, storms, they move through today. And speaking of the storms, I actually am going to start with our question of the day because we haven't done that in a while. Let's bring that right here. So someone asked me also, is this a ring? It is like a cocktail ring. It's not a ring. If I had a ring, I would let you know. That would be DPL news. But this news is, do I see any damage from the storms? Now I want to know, did you guys see any damage from the storms? Did you see any damage or heavy rain? What did you see? Let me know. I'm not seeing any of the big comments, but some of them are starting to pool in. I now see some from Tanner Sierra. Hello, Tanner. Hello, Jesse. Let's see where everyone else is coming and saying hi from. I would like to hear from you guys and say hi from you too. And seeing if we can, say hi from some of you guys. Hold on 1 minute. And see if we can get you guys in there. And we can say hi. Hold on. Alrighty. Well, as we get into the day, we'll talk. Well, as we get into the rest of the evening, hopefully I'll see some more from you guys, some pictures, some videos, some chats, and I'll be able to talk to you guys more about what exactly is going on. But we did see a tornado warning, and actually I want to show you guys one of the cool videos that we got. So I'm going to go ahead and split the box with me and the internet, and I'm going to show you guys what we saw necessarily. Hello, Lindsay. Hello, everybody for joining. Thank you guys from Florida, from beyond, for coming in and saying hi. Let's see what we got here. And what I want to show you guys is earlier, we got a pretty cool video. This was sent into the station here from Ashley near Bayonet Point at the hospital, kind of in the Hudson area. Now, I'm not going to play sound with it because it is a little explicit, but I want you guys to look, especially if you can, look at the water right here. I did post this on TikTok, and I did talk about some other things too. But if you especially look at the clouds, it looks like it gets almost a little hazy right here. That might be a potential water spout or land spout trying to form. And it was cool to see something like this. Very gusty winds. Really the only tornado reports that we got so far the reports that we got so far were that there was a call in the Hudson area from Pasco County, and it was that there was a roof ripped off the building. And our very own Eric Waxler actually was on the scene earlier this evening too, and he was able to go out and about. It looked like a woman screened in porch had just completely oh, excuse me, I had a little hiccup, burp, something. Eric Waxler saw that it was blown away. There was lots of debris, but it was very isolated. You know, me, Greg, and Dennis were all talking about today, if there was something, it was going to be very small if there was anything. And that's what we're seeing. Now, the Weather Service already said that they're going to go out tomorrow and show and go survey it around 8:30 in the morning. They don't have a particular location yet, but they could as we get to tomorrow. So we're going to go ahead and just get started on talking about the weather and the weather that we at least have for right now. Again, question of the day, still we're going back to it. Did you see anything from the storms? Someone said I did great this afternoon. Oh, that's really kind of you. I really appreciate you guys watching. You know, we're here on social media, we're here on TV, we're here on streaming. Me, Greg, Dennis, Jason, always here to keep you guys safe. That's our main priority and prerogative. And you know, if you ever have any questions or if you need anything from us, we're here for you guys. Social media, you name it. We're here to give you guys the latest and greatest weather information that we can. And I'm going to go in and see if we have any more and new comments. Oh, look, finally they came in. It was weird. For some reason, it wasn't showing up for me. Let's see what we got in here from some of the chat. Some people saying it's hard to hear me. Turn it up. Can you guys hear me? Hear me pretty well? If I move the microphone right here, can you guys hear me? Let's see, I'll go back down here. Also, I got good evening from Holiday. The weather makes me sleepy. It makes me sleepy too. Congratulations, Anna Maria, on your grandson getting the award. Wesley Chapel got some rain today. Yes, Hudson. Yes, Jamie said it got pretty intense in Hudson. And I am trying to move it. Okay, here we go. Now let's see what other people are saying. Brandon never got rain. I know, Brandon. I had so many people in Brandon telling me, Allie, when was it coming? And I just unfortunately did not see it coming. No rain in Valrico all today either. Wesley Chapel got rain. Someone said that they continue to go to school. They start Penn State Meteorology School. That's awesome. And almost an inch in Homosassa and no wind. I did see in some of our cameras very little wind. And rain in 6:30 in St. Pete, and it was pouring. Timothy wants to know, he'll be flying tomorrow evening. Are you flying into Tampa? I think it'll actually be pretty okay here in Tampa. Kurt wanted to know, did any tornadoes touch down? So we got reports, but we didn't get any finalized from the Weather Service, like, yes, this is a tornado, but we did get yes. Someone also said, no rain tonight in Venice. I'm sorry, Venice, I wish you could have gotten some. I wish that I could go to Venice to the beaches, so I'll be there. Monsoon rains in Polk County, yeah, Polk County. And flying into Sarasota. Okay, Timothy, so I think even Sarasota looks almost better than Tampa. Should be quiet tomorrow, depending on when you fly in. Wesley Chapel got rain. Yes, that's for sure. Now, we're going to go ahead. I know I kind of put this up and said I was going to start talking, and then I got distracted, but that's kind of how Dennis Phillip Lives works. So first thing I do want to say, I'm going to double box me and the layer. I was away last week because my brother graduated from college, and I want to give him a special shout out. This is my brother, Zach. He just got his degree in economics from the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, which if you guys know, I went to NC State, so I say boo Chapel Hill. But he's my brother and I do love him, and I did not wear Carolina blue, but I did go in support of him He is going to be an actuary. He does not have a job yet, but if any of you guys know any actuaries or know anyone hiring, shameless plug, I will plug my brother, and you should hire him. He's a good guy. But other than that, yes, that's where I was last week. Being in North Carolina was so different than being in Florida. I heard so much nature. It was so green. I forget how many trees we don't have. Yes, we have trees, but it's just not the same. But that's okay. You know, it could be different. Thank you, Dominique, for saying bravo to him. My other brother is in this photo too, and people always laugh because they say that we look like we could be triplets, even though I am the oldest. My other brother is 6 years younger than me, so definitely different out there. We'll kind of look at some of our skies, at least for right now. I'm going to make it full screen on the sky, and if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, what's up? Not much. Let me know in the chat. We're on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. You know exactly where I'm coming from. So, all right, we're here. We're back. And good to hear a lot of rain. We're taking a look right now at the range complex in Spring Hill. This was an area earlier today where we did see some pretty intense showers and thunderstorms, which was crazy at times, just seeing everything that we had got earlier today. Oh, an earring fell out of my ear. That's okay. Hopefully you didn't hear that. We'll eventually see temperatures right now in the low 70s. I think tonight we continue into the low 70s before we finally start to see some changes. And one of those changes will be the heat and humidity eventually will come back into play. And that's exactly what we will see. Now we move back along and let's see what we got. Now temperatures across the board are warm. I mean, most of us are still in upper 70s. We have some low 80s. Finally, Arcadia must have gotten some rain because the temperature finally took a little bit of a dip out there. 74 in Winter Haven, 75 Lakeland, 74 out in Tampa. What are you guys seeing? How you feeling? Is it comfortable? I'm hoping it'll feel a little more comfortable when I walk my dog later. Guys, the mosquitoes are so bad. It has gotten, I feel like the mosquitoes here pull down your socks, they pull down your shirt, your pants, and then they bite you alive. It's been tough the past couple of days. What do you guys think about that? We also are checking a look at radar where you can see that temperatures continue to stay mild because we don't have as much rain in the area. And you can see, I mean, we have a couple showers in northern Sarasota County, kind of in the Mayaca area, also out in Highlands County, far southern Highlands. And you could even see as we move to even closer to Citrus, looks like another little shower is on the way and headed our way too. Let's see what we've got in some of the chats. I just went to walk Stella Wren and saw it was raining. Yeah, my dog is very anti-rain too. And Jeannie said, Dennis, I hold you personally responsible that Osprey, Florida never gets any rain. It goes north and south. Could we please get 2 thunderstorms in a row? I'm not Dennis, so I can only put in a good word on Dennis's behalf, and I will try my best. Maybe Dennis might make it not rain, but Allie Blake might make it rain. Maybe make it rain, you know? That was kind of funny for a second there. All right, guys, we'll continue to keep on moving. I'm in a double box with me and the sky because also I'm sure you guys want to see my face, or if you don't, that's okay, but don't tell me that. We're looking at live radar now, and we're going to continue to make it move. I do want to show you guys earlier where our report was when we did have, when we earlier today did have the local storm report from the tornado warning. Let's see if I can push this in. We may have gotten too late, maybe the last 5 hours. Let's see if we get that in there. There we go. So here's what we got right here. There was roof damage reported in Pasco County. That was at 2:37. And of course that was from their dispatch in Pasco County before the warning ended up expiring, but that warning was off for a while. We had some couplets. I mean, I have a feeling that that water spout that was in the Gulf was there for a couple of hours, which is kind of unheard of for a water spout. And it looked almost textbook at some times, which definitely was different. Ren asked if I finally made it to the sourdough bread making class. Ren, no, I haven't. I just keep buying sourdough bread that I wish I just didn't buy because I could make at my house. Jason said they're watching from Cloverport, Kentucky. Hello to you, my friends. It always makes me happy that I could see my Kentucky friends out there too. Let's see where we get. Someone said time for a break. I know, I feel like it's time for a break, but we're not doing any breaks tonight. Yes, the mosquitoes are awful. Can I show the rainfall totals? I can try my best to show the rainfall totals for you guys. Let me get that in there real quick. I'm gonna pull that in here, and yes, let's see if we get this. So here's a look at the rainfall rates that we saw earlier today. The most rain that looks like we had gotten at a time was maybe a little bit over an inch. When the rain was falling, I could personally see some 4-inch rainfall rates, but it didn't last a very long time. So that just tells you that, yes, it was a very quick hitting shower, not a whole lot, but then stuff happened like that. Let me zoom out also a little bit for you. So we can see here on the map some of the rain, and then we advance it a little bit. You can see where the heavier downpours are. And yeah, once it got past us after those warnings, I mean, not a whole lot of action. Hello, Mary. Hello, Linda. Hi, Julie. Jody. Hello, Wakita. How's it going? We got 2 minutes, barely a sprinkle of water in Lakewood Ranch. You know, my grandma lives in Lakewood Ranch, but she's in North Carolina. Normally she tells me the updates too if they get things, and she has not been home, so not been able to tell me things. But live radar continues to remain pretty quiet and dry as we look at the Tampa Bay. Nicer sunsets. We still have a couple showers in southern Highlands County. You can see closer to Placid Lakes. As you move closer to Lake Okeechobee, most of the showers are well on that side. I mean, I can even move it around and show you guys where the heaviest rain is. And right now, it's on the east coast of Florida. We're talking Titusville, Port St. John, Rockledge, moving closer to like Cocoa Beach, Cape Canaveral, Port Canaveral, Merritt Island. If we know anyone there, I'm sure it is noisy and stormy out there. Jody says the mosquitoes are bad. Tracy, you finally got an amazing downpour near downtown St. Pete. I'm happy that you got some nice rain. Now, Andrew is going to college for weather. Congratulations, Andrew. Always great to hear with some future meteorologists here in the Tampa Bay area. Hello from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Got some good rain. They got to 39 degrees this morning. Ooh, that sounds cold. That makes me want to put on more than just an extra layer of sleeves. Someone wants to know what happened with that water spout near Hudson. Now, the water spout ended up dissipating. We did get some reports of some damage, but it was very isolated, so still not sure if it was anything major, but we did get some reports in there. But it mainly was just a roof off the home and some videos. If any of you guys saw anything, or if you know anyone that saw anything, feel free to let us know. Hello, Michael. Hello, friends. Let's see where we got. Not Jody said she heard the earring drop. That was funny. All right, and we keep on going. I'm gonna full screen it for me real quick, just give myself a little bit of a break for a moment, because we don't have any breaks, but that's okay, because I can keep talking. All right, awesome. Back to talking. Okay, so we still do have a level 1 out of 5 risk for strong to severe storms for the Tampa Bay area, but I'm telling you guys, most of that threat's over. I think even by 9 o'clock, I would not be surprised if this threat is gone, gone, gone. That's what we're looking at. And the rest of the country does show some showers and storms. I mean, take a look as, again, we look at Florida, it's just a wall of water. But I feel like we haven't seen anything like that. Someone says, Jason and I said, hi. Oh my gosh, Anna Maria Social. You're the real person. Hello. Are we all done in Haines City, Chantal? Yes, we are. If you guys, again, have any questions about the weather, let me know here. I'd love to answer. Hello, Kathy. How's it going? Oh my gosh, but it's always nice. Someone's going to Ohio University. They have a good weather program. I worked in Kentucky, which is close to Ohio, and I've known some good Ohio people. But I went to NC State, so I'm a little biased. I know Dennis went to Penn State, and we have some Florida State on our team, so we're a little bit of all the East Coast up here. I know Charlotte said time for a break. I would like a break, but we are doing no breaks today. All gas, no breaks here on Dennis Phillip Live. Thank goodness. Maybe you'll get to go to FSU, Snoopy. That would be really cool for you. Hello from Philly once again. We always have a good little Philly audience here for some reason. But yes, the break free zone, not on the spot. I froze. Yeah, I would freeze too if it was that cold earlier. Yes. Oh, Snoopy, are you Graydon? Because I was going to email you today, and then we got a little crazy. So I will email you back either tonight or early tomorrow. I'm not ignoring you. It just got really busy, and I always love to have people come shadow me, especially students that are interested in meteorology. So if you know anyone that wants to come see here, Tampa Bay 28, what it's like to be a meteorologist, feel free to send me an email. Send Dennis one, send Greg. Greg goes to school visits. I love to have people come around and hang for the day with me. But yeah, after vacation and then after the craziness, I got a little sidetracked. But I have an agenda of things I need to do for the day. And it was on my agenda. Along with today, also fun fact, guys, I was supposed to get a new phone, because I have a 12. I have an iPhone 12. It works fine, but it has some issues. I was supposed to get a 17 today, and they tried to deliver it to my house during the tornado warning, which was just convenient timing for me, so I couldn't get it. But tomorrow, I think tomorrow will be that day. Let's see what else we got. People saying hi. Hello to DPL friends. The PGA tournament this weekend is in Delaware County, Pennsylvania. Yeah, that's what I've heard, that it is in, it's not in Florida, it is north of us. I know some people that are going. It's always fun to go to some golf tournaments. I'm not the biggest golf fan, but I always enjoy going and understanding or hanging out. Again, most of the country fairly quiet. We're going to keep on going and talking about the weather. I'm going to go back real quick. Futurecast radar, 77 degrees by about 11 o'clock. Most of the showers I really do think are gone. Tomorrow morning we wake up at the upper 60s and low 70s, and we were continuing to move on through, and here you go. We get to the low 80s as we get to about 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Most of that rain's gone, a couple of clouds, and that's totally okay. We are all happy to see a couple clouds every once in a while, but it does look like lunchtime tomorrow we could see a few more showers, even some storms. And here you go. Some maybe rumbles of thunder in the interior as we get to tomorrow. I think Tampa and along 75 corridor could become hot, folks. Definitely back to the 80s, feeling like almost near 90 degrees. And we'll continue to see that as we get into the next little bit. Now, I do think Wednesday will start to dry back out towards the afternoon, evening, but this model does want to show a few lingering showers, and you'll see mid 80s as we get to Thursday, and then we'll see, of course, the changes. Now, I'm going to double box me and the potential for rainfall later this week. Let's see if we can get that in there. So some of the models over the next few days are showing a little bit of some heavier downpours, at least till Friday. We really need some rain, so we'll take it, and hopefully we will get some. At least I'm fingers crossed, toes crossed, you name it, maybe we'll get some of that rain in there, and that's definitely something you could see. But it looks like the best rain chance was today, if not tomorrow, and then we dry back out, but maybe Saturday, late Saturday. I don't think it's enough to cancel any major plans, but it is something that you will want to watch for your Saturday afternoon. Andrew wants it to snow in Ohio. You can have it snow in Ohio. We're starting to get towards the end of May, though, where the snow chances start to really diminish. But for us here in Florida, that's not what we're really worried about. Again, rainfall looks to look a lot better. Now, we are keeping an eye still at the drought monitor. So Tuesday is always the day where the drought is monitored data is collected. And then we see an update as we get later into the week, or even into your Thursdays when we get the official data. So this is a look at the official data that's shown, and a lot of us are still in that extreme drought category, which is just tough. I mean, it's so tough to get out of the drought, and it might be just multiple inches of rain before we see anything big and significant, and it still looks like that's something that we could see. Here, just rain and thunderstorms, that's for sure, but fingers crossed that we finally get some breaks in the rain. And temperatures are gonna rise too. I mean, we are back again, well warm. I mean, normal high for this time of year is into 88 degrees, still hot. We could get into the upper 80s, almost near 90. I would not be surprised if the heat index was well into the 90s later into the week. So that's something to watch for. Now, Laura said we had some nice rain in Largo. Some of us got some showers. I had a couple people in Largo tell me they didn't see anything, so I'm happy you saw some rain. We need it. Again, we need that rain. And of course, we're looking at that full 7-day forecast, which shows temperatures gradually on the rise, low 90s by the weekend. Ooh, excuse me, sticky and steamy is exactly the way to put it, as it will continue to be hot out there. Now, do we have any weather questions across the board? Anyone will have anything they want to say? Michael said, do we need a slow-moving tropical storm is the only thing that would fix it? And I'm going to be honest, probably yes. We don't want any tropical systems, but a good downpour like that over a day or so is kind of what the doctor ordered in order for us to be better out there. And yeah, I know some of us like, Dennis's hurricane forecasting, and I know We love and trust Dennis and the team, but Chris says, will there be any more cold fronts coming up before the summer? Chris, I'm thinking last week's may have been our last big one until we get, of course, till maybe October. I mean, I got off the plane yesterday and I can tell you that I said, oh my gosh, the humidity is here. It feels like summer. And sometimes when you get that summer-like feeling, it takes a very long time for it to really move anything else. Yes, Kathy, I'm also having a tough time seeing Facebook comments today. It feels like they're loading in slowly, which I'm not necessarily sure why that is, but I do see them. Sometimes they just don't show up immediately, which is interesting. Anna Maria said, I know, Kim. I always forget that that one has the helicopter sound. I probably had it on for too long. Sorry about that, guys. Not a I was going to say not a house drop. Not a drop at the house in Manatee County for Jane. I always love the helicopter, though. I think it's kind of funny. Kelly is back. They'll load it on the iPhone, but they won't load it on the comments. Will there be any other cold fronts? I just think it'll be tough to really see one until we get to the end. I try to go back and get to the comments as much as we can. We do have about 4 minutes, a little less than 4 minutes until we are done with DPL for today. Again, I really hope that we could maybe see some more pictures and videos of the storms, but I really didn't get a whole lot. But that's okay. I don't want anyone to have major destruction. None of us do. But if we do get stuff, we want to share with the public so you guys can know what's going on and whatnot. We keep you guys updated with the latest. I am going to continue to see what else we got in here. Kelly says she's back. Hello, Miss Kelly. How are we doing on TikTok? Are my TikTok people still here too? Any questions, any weather stuff, comments, concerns, funny jokes? I'm not really a funny joke teller. I just sometimes am intentionally funny, unintentionally funny. But yeah, I'm happy that you guys kindly have joined me here. I know I've had a different schedule recently, and I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing me on the noon. It's been nice to wake up a little bit later, even though I do miss seeing Dia, Andrew, and Greg. Thank you, Mary. I really appreciate it. Hello, Andrew. Hello, Michael. Hello, everybody. Okay, I do see you, Andrew, on Facebook and on TikTok. You got double duty out there. I appreciate it. Let's see what else we got in here. But yeah, it's definitely weird that some of them are kind of delayed, but it does look like we have multiple rounds of some stuff going on here in the chat. I think we have 2 chats. That might also be the thing in here. But let's see if we got anything else in here. Thank you, Mary. Hello, guys. We continue to crank out the last little bit of DPL. Got about 90 seconds left. But yes, so we do see stuff. So thank you, Michael, for watching the stuff. I appreciate your mother in Spring Hill watching as well. A lot of these storms, at times can be strong. But here at Tampa Bay 28, we're here to give you the best information, the most accurate, the quickest. And we're good at updating on social media. Oh my gosh, Andrew, last Saturday is your last day of high school. Congratulations. Congratulations, everyone. We're starting to reach that time of year where school is about to end, where college is ending, we're winding down to the summer. Is anyone ready for summer yet? I'm not sure if I'm necessarily ready for the summer heat, but, we're getting closer. I know some of these high schoolers like to message me and talk about weather, and they always want to grow up. Don't grow up too fast, kids. It's a scam. I'm just kidding. I do enjoy hanging out with you guys every day, though, and that's probably one of the best things of my adult life. But paying bills is probably not. But yeah, all right, guys, we're about at about that 45 seconds left. So again, thank you guys for joining us. I hope you guys are all okay from the storms. We'll see tomorrow morning if we end up confirming a tornado or not. I'll be in tomorrow at noon and at 3 and 4, where Dennis will be back in again. Greg will be in the mornings. Yeah, Mary, I had to say that. I had to. But yeah, hopefully we get clarification on if it was straight line winds. And if you guys are going on any trips this summer, we'll be here on DPL. Hurricane season is getting really close, guys. Before we know it, it will be right at our doorstep, which is kind of scary, but kind of exciting. Hopefully it'll be quiet. I want to thank you guys all for coming here, for joining me tonight for Dennis Phillips Live. Dennis will be back at 11. Have a great night.